Alright, so today's project is we're going to be replacing these tanks. The one tank there, that bladder failed. This one here is just old. It's the same age, so we're going to replace both of them while we got it open. Got a whole bunch of plumbing we have to redo. And that's the lid that we slid off the top here with the old Kubota. So let's get to work. So here you're going to see him down in there just taking all the plumbing apart, getting ready to remove the tanks. Because it'll make it a lot easier to lift those tanks out of there. They're pretty heavy, they are metal. So we'll speed this up just a little bit here. And there we go. Now we're drilling holes in the tank because the tank there that failed, that's full of water. It will drain where the bladder is. It got above the bladder in the tank. So drill some holes, get some water coming out of there. See the water coming out of there? Yep, and now he should be through here in a second. There we go. Look at all that water coming out of there. That's a lot of weight. Now we have to drill another hole. And we'll speed that up a little bit. Now here we'll tip it over, get some of that rusty, nasty water out of there. All right, curl it.
Hold it. Tell them to go straight up.
Straight up.
Up?
Yep.
Hold it.
Stop.
Whoa. Okay.
All right, you're up. Up.
Okay, back up.
All right. So now we got the tanks out, we're ready to put the new ones in.
Just pick up so don't scratch too much of the concrete.
It's all you.
Yep.
So as you can see here, this tank here, they pre-fit everything with the pressure switch and the gauge and the fittings for joining the two tanks together and tying it into the main line. Easier to do that outside the tank than to try to fuss with that all inside that little confined space area there. So here you're gonna see him let out some air because these tanks come full of air and we got to get it down to the right pressure, which I think is 50 pounds. So here we have it all put back together. I didn't show you those guys putting all the fittings in and everything like that. It was kind of hard because they did a lot of it outside of the well pit. So here I'm hooking up the chain, getting ready to bring the tractor in so I can hook the tractor up to it. And I'm going to drag, I call it the lid, basically the roof to the pit, back on there. As you can see, that went pretty easy, but now my chain's stuck underneath of it. So after a little adjusting of the camera, come back over, get back on the tractor. I'll pull in here, lift the lid up a little bit so I can, oops, I kind of bumped it right there. Lift it up a little bit. Come on, lift, lift. Pull in a little bit. It's kind of on an incline. It's kind of hard to keep it forward because it doesn't stop automatically, but then I lifted it up right there just enough to get the chain out from underneath. Okay, so I got it back on, but it's a little crooked. So now we'll straighten it back up. Okay, so these are the things that I used to slide it off onto so it didn't dig into the grass. I just used those to bump it around, get it lined back up and everything. All right, so there we go. Got it all back together. Yep. Looks good. Now I just have to clean up. Sorry I didn't show you more of the actual plumbing work, but that was something that those guys didn't really want to be on camera. So here's a better look at what we got down here. All new stuff there. Here, just kind of reused that one. But yeah, nice and new. Pretty nasty down here. And here's a meter I check every day to check the well usage. So I'll tell tomorrow if we have any kind of leaks in this system from that. Anyway, time to get out of here. So the last thing I have to do is drive down here to the end where we have a blowout hydrant. And what I will do is I will turn the water on, let it run for a bit, couple minutes. That way any kind of debris, sediment, anything that's in the line from disrupting everything won't get stuck in people's aerators when members come back up and they turn their water on. So I'll leave this run for a few minutes. All right, so it's been a few minutes. I shut that off. I gotta put the lock back on. But anyway, that was my part of my job for this morning. I didn't really do much. I helped them guys with the tractor, lifting those big tanks out of there. But yeah, anyway, so now we have 2 new well pressure tanks in that well for that shoreline, and we should be good to go for a few more years. So if you like this kind of stuff, you know, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, you know what to do. And I'll see you out there.